show hosted by Rachel Dolezal. And Rachel Dolezal, you might remember, was the woman who claimed to be black, and then it was discovered that both of her parents are Caucasian, making it very difficult for her to be black. And so she was outed, and I believe she lost her job. She was the president or the head of the NAACP. And Christian, what am I getting wrong on this? I actually didn't research it. I'm just trying to remember what happened.
Yeah, obviously, it is one of the funnier stories. It's right. It's like tied with Elizabeth Warren saying that she's Native American, you know.
Well,
so
I mean, her defense, she is 2.3% Native American. So
it's a great point because Rachel is, I believe, 0.0%.
Right.
But as we'll show, I have a clip that will highlight that, and I'm sure you do too. She's actually as black as she wants to be, you know.
Perfect. And I think that's where we should start because she put out one of her podcast episodes. It was her reading the prologue to her memoir because she needs a memoir for whatever reason. And it doesn't stop at making up that you're black. She's also making up her African name now too.
This is Nkechi Amare Jalo, but many of you know me as Rachel Dolezal. I'll be reading the prologue to my book, In Full Color, Finding My Place in a Black and White World.
Nkechi Amare Jalo is her West African name. And I looked this up. According to Essence magazine, it says, Rachel Dolezal legally changed her name to reflect the West Africa in her continued quest to troll black people. That was the first sentence of the article in Essence magazine. She's trolling black people. So this right here, again, this is from the prologue to her memoir. I only have a couple clips and then we'll get into the podcast. But this is such a cop-out.
People always ask me what it was like living as a black woman, as if I no longer live that way, as if my blackness were just a costume I put on to amuse myself or acquire some sort of benefits.
People always ask me. No one's asking you anything. Don't even start with that. You just want to say something. So you go, you know what people always ask me? They don't. I guarantee you. Well, what was it like being a black woman, Rachel? What's it like being so successful and popular and smart? People always ask me.
Thank God this was only 9 minutes, that fucking prologue. Yeah. I listened to it in the car. I was just infuriated.
Yeah, it's enraging.
Yeah.
To reference the great Who Are These Socials, I think the same people who are asking her are the people that Daniel Alexander, Woke Dad, runs into at his coffee shop. You know, the ones that he tries to teach a little bit. They're the same ones saying, what was it like to live as a black woman?
Yeah, a made-up conversation, in other words. Yes,
right,
correct.
Exactly.
It never happened. One more clip from here. I'm going to distract it because Go Gadget Wang has nude photos of her. He's posting them in the Discord right now as we speak.
She does have an OnlyFans, from what I'm told. Yes.
Yeah, I had not seen her boobs before.
And Kyle seems like somebody that would spend the $8 a month or whatever it takes.
All right, so this is one more clip where she talks about how she was able to I'll use the word transition from a white girl to a black woman.
In fact, I grew up in a painfully white world, one I was happy to escape from when I left home for college, where my identity as a black woman began to emerge.
A painfully white world. There was very little graffiti. Everyone was at a job all day long. 2 cars in the driveway. It was painfully white.
No fat beats.
All my friends grew up in 2-parent homes.
Oh, God. So painfully white. But then she went off to college. And by the way, fuck college. Christian, you have children.
I do.
Are you gonna be sending your children to college when they get to that age?
Whatever college they can get into with a scholarship. So if that's a junior college or community college, that's fine. But,
you're just being cheap. I was talking about the brainwashing that's going on, but you're just like, yeah, as long as I'm not paying for it, that's fine.
As long as I'm
Which
not
is the correct answer. Yeah.
Listen, who are these broadcasters going to take off one of these days, Christian?
One of these days.
They can go to any school they want to. All right, what did you pick up on from this podcast?
So the episode that I focused on was a little different than a lot of the ones that were listed there where she has guests. So this episode was listed as the ABCs of race and culture. Now, this episode was 1 hour and 1 minute long, and she rattled off, I'm not exaggerating, 52 definitions of racial terminology in that 1 hour and 1 minute. And she got through 3 letters, A, B, and
question?
C. Yes,
okay, this is the dumb question. When you say the ABCs of, I think of children's book where they go, A is for apple.
Sure.
Yeah.
Eat an apple every day. Keep the doctor away.
It was slightly like that.
It was? You heard this?
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Everything started with like a letter and then she went through the alphabet?
Yeah, and it wasn't worth highlighting, but there was more than once where the words actually weren't in alphabetical order. It was the right letter, but she kind of mixed them up a little bit.
Okay.
But my first clip, I think, explains the word ancestry, and you might be surprised to find out that Rachel has taken some of those Ancestry.com style tests.
I did take Ancestry.com, 23andMe, National Geographic. Like I've taken like so many different ones. And one of the things that's been interesting is they all kind of come up with different results, which then makes me wonder if it's really, that scientific.
Let me save you some money and time, Rachel. The very first man was ever discovered was from Africa, okay? So we're all Africans, all right? You happy now? Can we just move on? Who gives a shit?
Oh, she brings that up.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear this one.
Well, she tries to kind of undermine what these tests find in my second clip when she talks about something in the DNA that can be found in each of them from clip 2.
Today, they sent out an email talking about picky eater DNA. So there's actually 59,000 markers in your DNA that connect with whether or not you're going to be a picky eater.
Yeah. So look at what bullshit this is. I mean, it's going to say whether or not you're going to be a picky eater.
You're going to eat chicken McNuggets for dinner again? My DNA. I don't know what to tell you. Like, pass the barbecue sauce.
After that, she starts to really lean into this idea that race is a social construct. Clip 3.
Oh, sure it is.
Okay, so there's 59,000 DNA markers for picky eaters. I wonder, in comparison, how many markers account for race, and what they're going to say about that, like racialized characteristics of hair texture, eye shape, skin tone, etc. So when I looked that up, basically the internet is like, actually, there are no markers because race has been disproven as a biological or scientific idea, and it's just a social construct.
Whoa. I know there's no such thing as gender anymore, that doesn't exist. Whatever you're born is bullshit, but now there's no such thing as race either?
Yeah, I mean, I thought you would have known that by this point. Clip 5 is really short and sums up exactly what she just said.
State of mind. Race is a state of mind.
Oh, race is a state of mind.
Yeah, it's a state of mind. So
see. So there's times you could be black in the morning, but then by the afternoon, you're Asian. Yeah. Is that what she's saying?
It just depends on which holidays you're trying to get off
I've
from
never
work.
been more upset at the Discord. Okay, let me just explain what's happening right now, Christian.
Okay.
So there was a photo of her and her boobs are fine. It's fine, not a big deal. But now she's spread eagle on her bed and showing everything and getting right up in there. And the most disturbing part is that it's her bedroom. Behind her is a photo of her on the wall. Jesus Christ.
I missed that part.
Oh, God.
I can't believe Kyle's putting all this in the Discord. I thought he was a friend, but
of all the OnlyFans girls that I follow, none of them have posters of themselves in their room because it would be embarrassing.
Yeah, they're usually humble.
It's only because you don't follow Karen Fian.
That's true. I don't.
Yet.
No, she's not my type. Okay. So I listened to an episode where she brings on a guest.
So we're doing a little bit of a Q&A, call and response, back and forth interview. It's almost like a co-interview.
A co-interview? You mean like a conversation? Is the word you're looking for a conversation? I'm going to ask questions. He's going to ask questions. It's like a co-interview. Yeah, okay. Everything has to be an interview, I guess.
No, everything has to be a different word in this.
Right,
world.
Yeah. You can't just use English like the rest of us over here.
Yeah. Interviews are kind of a myth as well, Carl, and so are conversations.
Right.
They don't really exist.
All right, let's find out what kind of questions we're going to be asking here.
But we're going to talk about identity and how we are more complex than just one-dimensional, and how we really have to listen to someone to really understand the shape of their soul.
Okay, so speaking of making shit up, now she's saying that you have to listen to someone to understand the shape of their soul. Have you ever heard that term before? I have not.
No,
I don't know if souls have a
hear,
shape.
Yeah, I hear a lot of bullshit, but that's actually a new one.
That's a new one. All right, so
That'll be one of her book titles.
when I hear her set up the whole show with that, I go, oh, so this is a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll stop listening. Shit, it's my job. So here I am listening to this guy, King, that she has on. Now, King is from The Royal Couch Show. It's a radio show. And King's very proud of himself, very proud of his profession. He is a internet, or what he says, he is a radio personality. Okay? And so when you're a radio personality, you have to have a personality.
And I'm just an all-around advocate for just doing right, you know what I mean, and whatever that may be. So if that's, feeding the homeless or doing food drives or advocating for LGBTQ rights or anything of that nature, anything that my heart dies to.
So how do you describe yourself? I'm an advocate for things that are right, like getting food to people who are hungry and not discriminating against gay people. Okay, cool. Pretty cool personality you got there.
I got to tune into this guy's radio show. I want to hear more.
It's pretty fantastic. Well, since we're talking about it, let's get into the question time. And so Rachel is going to explain how conversations work.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then you're going to ask me a question. We'll go back and forth. So
Okay. Yes.
what part of your identity do you think random people, just like seeing you, out on the town or whatever, first notice about you?
So that question has weight into it, right? It's healthy. Why I say that is because for me, right?
All right. First off, this guy is not a good radio personality. He can't talk.
And this co-interview sucks.
Yeah, that question fucking blows right there. What part of your identity do random people first notice about you? Out of my frosted tips?
Why don't you ask them?
But who thinks like this?
I don't know.
Who thinks like everything about them is like their identity because they're making it up. So then they have to like focus on it even more. It's like, stop worrying about your identity. You're making it up anyway. Think about something else. Worry about your achievements in life. But I couldn't believe the next thing that King says blew me away.
I am a Hispanic man. I'm Puerto Rican. My mother and father, Puerto Rican, grew up in a Spanish culture, through the Spanish culture. But my appearance, when people randomly first meet me, they automatically think that I am Black, which would I identify? I identify with being African American.
She found another one. Holy shit. There's two of them. And this guy's an idiot because he already has the get out of jail free card, minority card with being Puerto Rican. It's just like not good enough. Yeah. I want to be Black.
Get blacker.
Yeah, it's not even just Black, but African American specifically. Holy shit, this guy's real name is Juan. I'm not even making that up.
He sounds like Derek the nerdy vampire from
Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows.
I can't believe there's two of them. And I have to say, I'm putting this out there, my prediction, that this will be normalized someday. Rachel was ahead of her time because if Solar is an eagle and she's an eagle because a falcon, a wolf, and a mouse combined and then she became an eagle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a DID system we follow on who are these socials named Solars, a lot of different alters. And some of them are robots, some of them are space aliens. And no one's crying racist. No one's upset about that. So
just don't talk about their teeth. That's the important thing with Solar. Yeah.
That's the one big takeaway.
Do not comment on our teeth.
Jeez, I wonder why I kept that on the board. Anyway, not the point. The point is I can't believe I'm listening to an interview between two people who aren't Black who claim to be Black. It's fan-fucking-tastic. Only in America. What a crazy racist country we have here in America with institutionalized racism where people who aren't Black pretend to be and want to get away with it.
I'm trying to remember the show that we covered about the systems.
Yes.
And how they were trying to outdo each other.
Right, yeah,
I got 22 personalities.
Yeah.
You only got 11.
I'm so Black, my dad left my mom when I was 2. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to stop myself right there. Christian, what else?
Yeah, so going back to the definitions and the vocabulary, in clip 7, she kind of explains, she's doing the term African American, and in clip 7, she kind of explains a common misconception about Rachel.
Okay.
African American is a term that I never claimed, but people will say, oh, Rachel claimed to be African American. No, I did not. Black is different than African American. I'll get into Black in the B column.
Oh my gosh, I wish John Melendez was our guest on this one. Explain how that works.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So hold on, you're going to have to wait a little bit, but when we get to the B's, I'm really going to explain it. She also goes on to say that...
Oh God, what does C stand for? Oh no. All right, I'm sorry, keep going.
What she is talking about affirmative action. So in clip 9, she reinforces this idea that women don't need to claim to be a minority because women are already a minority covered under affirmative action. So I think the majority of this podcast episode is her just trying to do some damage control about what we all know about her. But so clip 9 is the one that explains this.
So just to be kind of, just aware so that you don't make a statement like, oh, you just pretended to be Black because you wanted to take advantage of affirmative action. That would make no sense. If somebody's a woman, then, actually they don't, if you're a woman, you wouldn't have to actually even list anything racially. Like that's already gender as a protected class or a marginalized group.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had no idea. I did learn that from her. But I don't know. Do you get more action if you say, well, I'm not just a white woman. I'm also a Black woman. Oh, okay. Well, now we'll really try hard to give you the leg up from affirmative action.
Well, I don't even know what that's even like, I know affirmative action is a thing, but now I'm getting confused as to where it gets applied.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
College admissions, I think, was always the big one.
Right. It's the big one. And then the colleges got sued because the Asian people are just like, okay, guys.
Hello.
I don't even know what that means.
Were you there or something?
Yeah.
Spot on.
So sometimes Rachel just gets into a word so that she can strong arm her personal opinion into these vocabulary words. So clip 10 is the word archetype.
Archetypes. So social or racial symbols or prototypes that are often based on stereotypes. These would include things like Aunt Jemima or the Mammy, Jezebel or the whore, ABW, angry Black woman, Uncle Tom, Carlton, Uncle Ruckus. An example would be like, oh, Clarence Thomas isn't Uncle Tom.
Carlton made the list?
Well, I was just like, why did poor Alfonso Ribeiro get on this list?
Yeah,
like he hasn't had enough for doing the Carlton dance. So all of a sudden, Carlton equals Uncle Tom? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's news to me, too. It's just like, well, it was just a character that I played on television. But
yeah, and he's a mean dancer. I have one more clip before you can take the reins back.
Sounds good. And Christian, I hate to interrupt you because you're flowing and things are going well, but I'm getting so distracted by the fucking Discord. So somebody photoshopped John in his old room where he used to podcast from, and he's bending over so you can see the back wall, and he's got a poster of Rachel spreading on the back wall. And I'm not surprised John's into this type of chick, but I don't think he would want to display it like that. It's not good. He doesn't have good taste.
He wants the credit for it. And, interestingly, the next vocabulary word in clip 12 actually refers directly to what you're looking at right now. She's talking about bleaching, and she gets very specific about bleaching in clip 12.
Bleaching is basically lightening the skin through creams, usually. It also can be used, though, bleaching creams to like remove just like a dark spot or a birthmark or to lighten intimate areas. So posterior bleaching has kind of become common in the porn industry.
Yeah, can confirm she's not bleaching her asshole. Can confirm. Didn't know that before we started the show.
Yeah. But we have a team on it.
Yeah. By the way, that was Adam Thoreau, I should mention, who photoshopped that for us and put that up there.
That seems like what Adam Thoreau should be up to on Saturday morning or afternoon.
Very good stuff. Do you have a comment about the bleaching stuff?
That, of course, she knows about it because I thought that I might have surprised you with the fact that she has an OnlyFans, but now you know better than Chris and I that she has an OnlyFans.
Yes, correct.
Your eyes can never unsee what you've seen today.
It's eye-opening, you might say.
There's a lot of openings.
So I have to say, this is an older podcast that I listened to. It's from November. And it seems like Shane Gillis stole a joke from Rachel Dolezal.
It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I'm also sometimes like, just don't Google my name, please, because that'll all come crashing down like really fast.
Don't Google it. Don't bother Googling it if you don't know already. All right, so now it's King's turn to ask her a question. Now, if you remember what her question was, it was something about what part of your identity do random people first notice about you? And that wasn't a great first question, in my opinion, but I'm sure King's got a good one.
Yeah. So, all right, it's your turn.
Yeah. So, and this is a good question for you because with, the media attention that you do get and everything else that goes around your name, what part of your identity do you think your closest friends will highlight?
So this is getting even more convoluted.
Yeah.
What part of your identity would your closest friends and family identify? So how do you think she's going to answer this one? I'll give you the answer. She pats herself on the back.
Of course.
With the people that's closest to you, how would they identify you?
I think that the first part of my identity that everyone would bring up is that I'm a great mom. Just being a mother. I know this last Mother's Day, Franklin was saying, like, you're like the mom.
Jesus, this is like Stuttering John level. Oh, the student said that I was his favorite teacher on Teacher Appreciation Day.
When they're not saying that I'm a great mom, they just call me hero. So pretty much one or the other.
I can't believe this conversation is insane. These two adult people are patting themselves on the back over and over again. How would people identify you? As an amazing mom, of course. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a job interview. It's like, well, I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist. By the way, did you notice her kid's name is Franklin?
Yes.
Who, of course, is the black Peanuts, Charlie Brown's friend. He's the black one. So she named him Franklin.
Yeah. Also the black puppet on Arrested Development.
Yeah, right.
I just wish that King would have asked the most appropriate question, what we all know is the greatest question in the history of podcasting, chocolate or vanilla.
Yes, correct. That actually would apply in this case better than most. All right, so after a mother, though, okay, you're an amazing mom. We all agree on that.
We all know.
But what else? There's got to be more layers to this onion.
Second and third would be artist and advocate. So, yeah, none of those three things were highlighted in the media for sure. And that did make me feel really unseen.
The media really made her feel unseen when they focused on the fact she was pretending to be a black woman and didn't talk about her art. It's kind of like when Michael Richards, everyone's like, well, he used the N-word on stage. No one was like, but did you ever see him enter a room though? Fucking hilarious. Yeah. Okay, it's great. Like, why don't you pick up on that too?
He crushes at Scrabble.
She would have liked it if everybody had focused on how she was pretending to be a black artist and pretending to be a black mom. That's what she really wanted to be known for.
And by the way, every good mom has an OnlyFans account.
That's
Agreed?
true. Yes. Okay. All good moms have an OnlyFans account with their nudes leaking on the internet.
We can agree
for their kids' friends to find in a Discord server somewhere. So I want her to explain, though. You say you're an artist. What does that mean? Okay.
Very creative. I'm an artist and, I create visual art. I also create in the kitchen. I'm, a cook, a gardener. I do a lot of creative work. So I think that in that sense, that's really the core of me.
Cooking and gardening are art now. Did you know that?
No.
So producer Chris is an artist.
Yeah, I guess I'm an artist.
Wow.
If race is a construct, gardening can be an art. That's
sure.
It's the world we live in now.
Why not? All right. So one more clip from this package because King then has to tell Rachel how amazing she is. Because that's usually how a co-interview goes, apparently.
I love
I'm
that.
waiting
and I
to be
want
told.
to comment on your artistry. Your art is amazing, and not just to say to be biased because I'm on this interview with you, but going through your page and just going through your art, it's not only creatively good as far as like artistically, like looking at it looks good, but the soul you put into it exudes out the art. Like your pieces speak out and they speak loudly, and I don't think many artists, and that's in all aspect of the word artists, musicians, any painters, all artists. Not everyone has that ability to be able to speak through their art.
Right.
And I think you do that loudly and proudly. So I did want to touch on that real quick. Just let you give you your flowers on that, because you are amazing.
All right. To the audio editor, if you can hear me rolling my eyes, please take that out in post. I don't want that to interfere with the clip that we just played. So I went to her website to look at this amazing art where she talks through her soul or whatever he just said. And there's a quote mark on the top of the web page, and it says, "My art is characterized by a resourceful use of materials, a resilient spirit, and a revolutionary drive to challenge the norm." And then the quote is attributed to Rachel. She wrote her own quote for how amazing her art is.
Racial.
I'm fucking awesome, Carl.
When he said he was when he said he was going through her page, I just assumed it was her OnlyFans. He was commenting her pieces.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
point.
she had another website on top of that.
There's another website on top of that one. Oh my God. If you guys could please stop putting the butthole back in the Discord.
I mean, those are nice pieces, but
Jesus Christ. So it looks like an exclamation point. All right. Back to you, Christian.
All
Save
right.
us.
So when she's explaining the phrase colored people, she decides to have a little fun with it in a clip, which is clip number 16, but I would like to call it Rachel Rachelson. You'll hear why she gets
I'm sorry,
that
what
name.
was the number again?
16.
16. Got it.
I remember a joke from Mississippi about the term when I was living in West Jackson, which is the Black Power town versus North
Obviously.
Jackson. And basically it was like, I don't know why they call us colored when white folk are the ones who change color. They're blue when they're cold. They're red when they're angry. They're green when they're jealous. Anyway, it was kind of like referring to paler skin being more transparent and showing like differences in the circulatory system, like blood flow and stuff. So it was kind of like, why do they say colored people when they're the ones turning colors?
So we all know that the best way to make a joke work is to explain it, but even better than that is to explain it twice.
Yeah, no, we got it. We totally understand.
Yeah, why do they call it that?
And why are Jews called shapeshifters? What's with that?
Well, I think that this is a clip 17, where I feel like she's talking about somebody we know who lives in Canoga Park. I don't want to name names at this point in the show, but if you could play clip 17, I think we can figure out who'd relate to this.
So colorblind is also, people see, I don't see color. They'll say this, right? I'm colorblind. I don't see color. And usually it's stated from someone belonging to a dominant group who's trying to say that they see people as equals, but it comes off like not in that way. It's heard more as, I don't see you. I don't see, like I'm ignoring the fact that that there's diversity. So it's kind of offensive because it sounds like you're ignoring instead of appreciating and honoring cultural differences. You're like trying to sweep it under the rug, not talk about it, just move on because it's more comfortable for the person in the dominant group to do that rather than saying like, oh, wow, like I love your hair or something.
there's no winning with this
No,
broad.
there's no winning.
Fuck her.
I gave up a long time ago when I realized that there's no winning. I'm a white man and it's over for me. It's fine.
I've got two more short clips. She's talking about the term colorblind in clip 18.
We're not blind, so you're not colorblind. Nobody's colorblind. Well, some people are colorblind in the sense of like actual visual situation where they don't see red or something, but there's certain light ray of color.
Yeah, we know. It's almost like it means two different things.
Yeah. I think she was afraid Mike Geary was listening. So she's like, oh,
right.
hold on.
Yeah, damage control again.
Yep.
And my final clip from Rachel Dolezal is the one that I probably should have played first because it made me hate her so much. It's from the end of her show, clip 19.
As always, to everyone on the periphery, I hear you. I am here for you.
No, you're not. You're not.
She's here for them. All of them.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
all right.
let's get back to this co-interview, and let's find out the next question that Rachel asks. Remember, the first question was your identity, blah, blah, blah. Now you talk. This was the second question that she asked.
So the next question for you is, what part of your identity
are you most comfortable talking about with other people? Like, what part do you just want to kind of like, you could just talk about for hours and it brings you joy to discuss?
I'm going to pause it right there. This question's terrible.
Yeah, but I believe they talk about it for hours.
Oh, I think you're right about
I think that's
that.
all they fucking talk about.
So let me ask you, Christian Bladt, what part of
Yes.
your identity are you most comfortable talking about and you could talk about for hours?
Probably my identity as a guy with a 10-inch cock.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You get me riffing on my balls? All right, let's see how he answers that question.
The part of my identity outside of my skin color is my work identity, right? My work the way I put my passion into my work. Let me say that.
Remember, radio personality. I love talking about how good I am at work because I talk for a living and
I'm also a lumper.
So just a follow-up to that. So he says that he can talk about himself for hours, which is, a normal thing that people do that is not annoying at all in any single way.
I can talk about my work for hours and hours and hours on days. It's a lot of times people are like, okay, we get it. I understand. We know who you are. We know what you do. We know what the blah. And not on a cocky level, but just on a, hey, did you know you can do this with this? Hey, let me help you with that. And you're just, oh, did you know I can do this for you? Or
Oh, okay. So he talks about how great he is, but not in a cocky way. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad he's not being an asshole about it.
I'm great.
Yeah, like Eeyore with self-esteem. All right, so I have to point this out. It's so fucking distracting. Jody B just posted a photo of Rachel bent over with all of her holes showing, but he covered it up with the black power fist, and it fits perfectly.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. Oh, Rachel would be proud of that Photoshop, I have a feeling. All right,
I'm going to make that into a T-shirt. See how that goes.
March 22nd. These will be on sale. All right, so this is last clip I have on here.
you know what? I do believe that this world is an ugly place, and we need more people talking about positivity, especially self-positivity, because that's something, we're so quick to tell someone else they're pretty. We're so quick to tell somebody else good job. We're so quick to tell somebody else they're doing good, but we don't seem to do that for ourselves much.
Yeah, I mean, think it, but don't say it out loud. It's obnoxious.
Get confident, stupid.
What a dumb thing to say. We should all be talking about how amazing we are to each other. No, don't. Please don't do that.
Just think it.
Yeah. Or don't think it.
Yeah, right.
Either way.
Be amazing first, and then
Yeah,
we'll
right.
go from there.
And then whatever you want to do. All right. Anything else you want to play from the podcast you listen to?
Well, I
Christian?
do want to go to a clip that I think might be particularly offensive to the three of us. Clip 6. She's talking about the term Anglo-Saxon.
So an Anglo-Saxon is basically the myth
Awesome.
of some kind of like heroic Germanic people who are superior, who are leaders, who are, this just natural born.
Smart, funny, interesting,
Humble.
creative.
Get the trains running on time. Create a jobs program that gets everybody working.
Dominant group that sprouted out of the ground in Europe. So the Anglo-Saxon idea is a myth and is based on white supremacy.
Of course it's based on white supremacy. Everything always is, isn't
I
it?
think we all knew that.
Yep.
And my final clip from Rachel would be on a similar topic.
If only we could have cars run on white supremacy, global warming would be a thing of the past.
Oh,
This white supremacy could do almost anything, but it can't fuel your vehicle for some reason.
Oh, like Elon Musk hasn't been working on that for a decade.
Yeah. What was that, Simpsons? Where the guy...
Ed Begley Jr.
Yes,
it runs on my sense of self-satisfaction.
Yes. Perfect. All right.
All right,
Good call.
on the same topic, Caucasian is the word she's using, and it's clip 14.
Okay.
The Caucasian race, also Caucasoid, Europid, or Europoid. All of those things were like early markers of race, and It is now an obsolete racial classification of humans, even though it's still used in a social construct way, but it's obsolete in a scientific way based on now disproven theory of biological race.
Yeah. So there's no more Caucasians, no more Anglo-Saxons. Everybody's just whatever they want to be.
Wait, you mean like colorblind? Is that what she's trying to say?
I believe that's
'Cause I thought
exactly
that
what
was
she's
bad.
saying.
I'm pretty sure that's a bad thing. Adam Carolla has a theory on this, and I actually might subscribe to it. It sounds pretty good to me. The better the weather is, the less productive people are. If it's sunny every day and breezy and you're near the water, like, what are you going to do? Fucking invent a car? No. But if you're living up north and it's wintertime and it's shitty, it's like you got to figure out indoor plumbing and stuff. Kind of makes sense, right?
Is that how he said it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I heard him say it a long time ago.
Podcast, WAT.